Hi everyone, hi, welcome back to this channel. So today I am doing this beanie here. So if you'd love to know how I did it, then keep watching. So this beanie is perfect for a 0 to 3 year old baby, and I would recommend, if you are making for a newborn, you need to make it soft. The type of yarn should be that of a baby, which is soft and cozy and warm. Let's start. So we'll be double stranding as usual. So to begin, we are going to start with a simple slip knot. So that's a slip knot, and then I am going to chain 40. So this is for a young boy, and I think it's suitable for babies. I think from 0 to like 4 years or 3 years. The boy is 3 years. So we're going to chain 40. 1, 2. So this is chain 40, and we need to achieve like a neat look. You know, for the babies you need something that is cozy and warm, and I think this pattern will be a very nice one for that effect. So this is chain 40. I'm just going to add one and then start doing slip stitch, because we want the knit like look. So second stitch from the hook, we have 1 and 2. Going to insert your hook inside and then pull up this loop and then pull it up to the other loop. So that's a slip stitch. Let's do it again. So insert your hook, pull up this loop and then pull through the other loop. So in this loop is where you are pulling through. So bring up the loop and pull it up. So that's simply a slip stitch. So that's what we're going to do throughout the row and throughout the beanie. So I'm going to continue making the slip stitches until I reach the end of this row, and then I'll show you how we move to the next row. So I've gone ahead and made the slip stitches, and I'm only left with the 2 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and place the slip stitches, and now we have 40 slip stitches. So moving to the next row, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and then start making slip stitches in the back loops only. So this is like the stitch, as you can see. So these are the stitches up here. This is the back, the front loop, and this is the back loop, the front loop and the back loop. So we are working on the back loops only. Here are the back loops. Remember to start in the very first back loop. So here, so to start on the back loops, the very first back loop, you insert your hook and do the same slip stitches that we were doing. So moving to the next, pull up this loop and pull through the other loop. So no loop is left on the hook. So pull through inside the loop and pull through. So let me continue and then I'll show you how it looks like at the end. So this is creating the ribbing effect, because we are working in the back loops only. So when working this second round, it's a little bit difficult. So what I try to do, I try to like hold this part and then insert my hook that way while holding this other part, so that it's not very difficult. So I hold the part, I hold the lower part this way and just continue. I find it easier that way. So I am left with 3 stitches only, so that's 1, 2 and 3. We have the third one, so the third one is the last one. And now moving next, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work and continue working in the back loops only. So that is what we're going to do for the whole of the beanie. So you're going to continue making rows of slip stitches, and then after that, after we are done with enough for the head or for the measurements that we have, then we'll see what to do next. So you see the ribbing effect is already forming. So I have done a couple of rows and I just wanted to show you guys how it looks like. Look at the ribbing. It looks like I have knitted, but I don't know how to knit, and this is just crochet. And look at that. You see, it stretches. It's really nice. I love this pattern and I think it's very warm, so it's an added advantage to this one. So I'm just going to continue and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. Hello guys, welcome back. We are done. So I don't know how many I have done, but counting these points here, so maybe counting these parts here, the upper parts, like look at this, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So counting that, it's 60 rows. So I think it's 120, not sure, but I'm going to show you the measurements. I wanted it to reach at least 19 inches. So when I do not stretch, it's like 15.5 inches, but when I stretch, it can go all the way to 20 inches. So I think that's okay because I wanted it to be like 19 inches. So that's 120 rows, or 60 when counting these upper parts. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to work with, and moving on, I'm going to join these parts and make it be a beanie. So next, this is the last part. We are just going to chain 1, and then where is the right side of this leg? Okay, we're going to do it on this side. So this will be like our wrong side, and this will be like the right side. So they're pretty much the same. So just what we were doing, we were slip stitching in the back loops, so that's what I'm going to do. So the first one here, there is no back loop, so I'm just going to work on this stitch here, on these stitches. So I'm going to move in here and make a slip stitch. Yes, so the back loop here, and okay, here is the stitch. So it's very tricky here, but just ensure you have aligned them and slip stitch. So the third one, and then the stitch, oh here it is, and slip stitch. So I'm going to complete the rest of this part the same way, and then I'll get back to you. So you see what's happening here. It's like a heap of slip stitches up here. I don't know if you can actually see it. This is how it looks like. Yeah. So guys, I am done with the weaving this part here, and this is how it looks like. So I'm going to cut off my yarn, but first of all I'm going to, so I have chained one, and now I'm just going to cut a longer tail. So I'm going to cut off a longer tail to weave in this part, the upper part, to make it be like a beanie this way. So this is what we have. We are now going to introduce a yarn needle. And then we're just going to go in and out of these places up here. So I'm skipping like 1 1 1. So guys, this is how it looks like, and I feel like I don't like it. So I'm going to try to do something different. Let me just pull it out. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to try like reduce from the top part, and then I will like tie it later. So we are back to the first point where we were at. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn this way, and then I'm going to try to work single crochets on top here, reducing. So this is what we are going to do. So I'm going to bring up this, then chain one, and then on these hips here I'm going to start with single crochet. So that's one, and then I'm going to move the other side here, two, oops, and then three, and I'm going to continue this way until I reach this other end. So it's actually reducing because we're going to like have 60 single crochets instead of 120, which is the number of the rows. Oops. So let me do that and then get back to you. So we are done with the first row. I'm just going to make a slip stitch to join the round, and then move to the next round. So that is chain one, and so chain one, and then we are going to 1 2, and then move. We're going to go in here, do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then skip the third one and move to the next. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then skip the third one and move to the next. So that's basically 2 single crochets and then skip, and then 2 single crochets and then skip. Two single crochets and then skip. So I'm going to continue. So I am done with this round, and I'm just going to slip stitch to finish off the round. And then the next round I'm not going to make any decreases, so I'm just going to chain 1 and just do the single crochets. Oopsie. Without making decreases. So in this round I'm not making any decreases again. So that's the 4th row. So this is 4 rows. Now the 5th row I'm going to try and reduce again. So I'm going to like skip 1 and make a single crochet in the next, skip 1 and make a single crochet in the next. So I'm going to do that for the whole of this round and then see what happens. So guys, it's raining and I'm done with the 5th round. So this is row 5, right, of the single crochet. So I'm just going to chain 1 and tighten off. So I think at this point here the tightening of this part will not be as tacky as the one that I made the first time, right? So I'm going to cut off this yarn. And then we are, so this is the right side of the beanie, and then we're going to weave in on this other end, this other side. So now what we are going to do, we are going to bring in that one that way. Using the yarn needle, now we're going to move in and out of these spaces that we have made of the single crochets. Yeah. Look at this. You see how it like tightens it off very nicely, very neatly, not like the one that I did. Yeah, so I'm going to go one of these spaces. And with that, we are basically done with the beanie. And if this beanie is something that you would like, I hope that you will be able to make it. It's just as simple as that, and I think it's done. It's nice. I like it. I don't know if it is going to be too huge. If you are making for a newborn baby, I think you should reduce the number of this side. So that's how the beanie looks like. So if you found this video helpful to you, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and see you on the next video. Bye.